So, if you're a legacy media company, you know the digital world is, well, it's a huge challenge. How do you take a business that was built entirely on print and make it actually thrive online? Well, today, we're going to build the ultimate digital playbook from the ground up. We'll imagine we're helping a company, let's just call them Merceh, and use some really proven models to help turn them into a digital powerhouse. All right, let's get into it. First things first, we have to frame the problem. The old way of doing things, the print-first model, was basically one-way communication. You were kind of just shouting out to a local audience, and you had almost no data on who is actually reading your stuff. But the new way, it's digital first. It's interactive, it's global, and, this is the big one, it's incredibly data-rich. This isn't just some small tweak, we're talking about a totally different universe here. And that means we're gonna need a whole new map. So here's the map we're going to follow for our playbook. We're going to start with the most important part, changing the entire company's mindset. From there, we'll map out the customer's journey, which is how you follow the money. Then we'll dig into the real nuts and bolts of building the digital engine, the tech, the revenue streams, and the people. And finally, we'll put all those pieces together and see what a truly future-proof publisher actually looks like. Okay, first up, the foundations. Look, you just can't build a modern digital strategy on an old-school analog mindset. It just doesn't work. We have to understand the new rules of the game, and that's where two really powerful frameworks are going to help us out, the 6 I's and the 7 P's. Let's kick things off with a framework called the 6 I's. It's honestly brilliant because it perfectly pinpoints the 6 fundamental advantages that digital has over traditional print. You can think of these as the new superpowers we need to build our whole strategy around. What's so cool here is how this just completely flips the old model on its head. First, you've got interactivity. Instead of just passively printing an article, you can host live Q&As with the author, you can run polls, you can actually engage people. Then comes intelligence. Digital lets you collect an incredible amount of user data, what people are reading, how long they're reading it, which lets you constantly refine your content. And third, individualization. Just think about how Netflix works. You can do the same thing, recommending articles based on a reader's history. It's a huge shift from a megaphone to a real conversation. And it builds from there with the next 3 I's. Integration is all about connecting the physical and digital worlds. You know, like a QR code in a magazine that takes you to an exclusive online video. Industry restructuring is massive. With digital, you can just bypass the retailers and sell subscriptions directly to your audience, which means you capture way more value. And finally, independence of location. A website is global, 24/7. No more printing costs, no more shipping logistics. We're talking total freedom from physical constraints. Okay, so now we have the core principles of digital down, but how do we actually apply them to the business itself? For that, we're going to take the classic 7 P's of marketing and give them a much-needed digital upgrade. So, the crucial thing to see here is how each P gets a digital facelift. Your product isn't just text anymore. Now it's enhanced with videos, podcasts, you name it. For price, you can create all these cool tiered digital subscriptions, freemium, basic, premium. Place is now anywhere and everywhere your audience is, your website, your app, social media. And promotion completely shifts from old school print ads to powerful tools like SEO and targeted email marketing to find new readers and, just as importantly, keep them coming back. And this shows you the other side of the coin. It's not just about the product, it's about the whole machine that runs it. People means you have to invest in staff with data and digital skills. Process is all about making the user journey totally seamless. Think one-click renewals, easy payments. And physical evidence, well, that becomes digital evidence. A high-quality website, a great user experience, customer reviews. This is how you build trust when you don't have a physical newspaper. Okay, with our new mindset firmly in place, we can now move on to mapping the most important thing, the customer's path. See, it's not enough to just have a great product. You have to actively guide users from their very first click all the way to becoming a loyal, paying subscriber. The RACE framework is just a perfect tool for this. It's a really simple 4-step funnel. First, you reach new audiences through things like SEO and social media. Then you get them to act. Maybe that's signing up for a newsletter. The next crucial step is to convert them into paying subscribers, probably with a smart paywall. And finally, you engage them with personalized content and community features to make sure they stick around for the long haul. It's a complete lifecycle strategy all in one place. Now, while RACE gives us that ideal path, we also have to deal with the messy reality of how users actually experience our brand. And that's where customer journey mapping comes in. On the left, that's our goal, a totally seamless path. But on the right, that's the reality. We have to find and fix all those little friction points, like a slow-loading mobile site or a complicated login page that make people just give up and leave. You really got to walk in your customer's digital shoes. All right, mindset is set, customer map is drawn. Now it's time to actually build the engine that's going to power all of this. And it really comes down to three critical parts: revenue, technology, and people. Look, just relying on advertising these days is a recipe for failure. The modern playbook demands diversified revenue. You can act as a retailer by using affiliate links in your articles. You can become a club offering premium content bundles. Or you could even be an event organizer hosting paid virtual webinars and panels. The big takeaway here is that a modern publisher is no longer just a publisher. It's a multifaceted digital business. Of course, this modern engine needs modern fuel, and that means getting smart with technology. AI can be used for really practical things, like personalizing newsletters or even creating text-to-audio versions of articles. Data intelligence means you stop chasing vanity metrics like page views and start looking at intent signals, like how long someone spends on a deep dive article to prove real value. And things like interactive content, maybe digital flipbooks or even AR, can keep users engaged for way longer than a static page. But all the tech in the world is useless if you don't have the right culture. There are two huge shifts that are needed. First, you have to empower your staff as creators. Audiences today often trust individual experts more than a faceless corporate brand. So you should encourage your team to build their social media presence. Second, you've got to adopt agile content waterfalls. Instead of one big story a month, you break it down into a constant stream of videos, podcasts, and updates to stay relevant every single day. So let's bring it all together. The 6 I's, the 7 P's, the RACE framework. These aren't just separate tools in a toolbox that you pick and choose from. They are all interconnected gears in one single powerful system that's designed to build a truly future-proof publisher. And this, right here, is the ultimate takeaway. The key to a successful digital transformation isn't about finding one single magic bullet. It's about integrating all of these different models, the mindset, the customer journey, the operational engine, into one cohesive, user-centric system where every single part supports all the others. Which brings us to a final, forward-looking question. We've just built this entire playbook for the modern digital publisher. But as AI continues to completely redefine content creation itself, which part of this playbook do you think will be the first to become obsolete? The people, the process, or the product? Definitely something to think about.